temperature outlook. All temperatures, maximum, minimum, and mean temperatures, are forecast to be warmer than normal for the entire season, with a probability ranging between 40 and 60% for this to occur. Notably, cities, urban and developed areas have the highest chance for warmer than average temperatures. August to October is the second peak of the local heat season, and during August to October, we expect to see an increase in temperatures, with maximum temperatures likely to get close to or surpass 34 degrees on some days, leading to 1 or 2 short duration hot spells, which are 5 days or more consecutive hot days. The risk for hot days and hot spells are highest in September and early October. Again, cities and urban areas will have the most intense heat, as temperatures are likely to reach or exceed 35 degrees on hot days in these regions. The forecast for June to August is for drier conditions or drier than normal start to the wet season, with below normal rainfall totals most likely. A point to note here though, we have to be very careful with the messaging, because below normal rainfall for this time of the year, June to August, is still substantial amounts of rainfall. So the risk of flooding will still be there. So below normal does not mean no rainfall. As we go into the second half of the season, we expect September to November to be much wetter than usual, with above normal rainfall totals forecast. As you know, October and November are likely to be the wettest months, which are the 2 most memorable months for floods in Trinidad and Tobago. And we are still forecasting the likelihood of a Petit Kareem this year in September. Overall though, the accumulated rainfall totals for 2021 wet season is likely to be in the above normal category. The chance for this to happen, however, will be greatly influenced by rainfall in the second half of the season at this time. There is a 61% chance that the season will produce above normal heavy rainfall days, with the number of such days likely to range between 14 and 20. And at the same time, we are predicting a 42% chance for above normal extreme heavy days, with 3 to 5 days likely, one of which may become or produce 75 millimeters. The potential for flooding is above normal for most occasional and well-known flood-prone areas across the country. The seasonal flood potential is near normal in a few areas, but most areas have slightly higher than normal or moderately higher than normal flood potential. The greatest risk for flood conditions include areas in northeast Trinidad near Vega de Oropouche, Fishing Pond, Shangri Chiquito, other areas in Shangri Grande, areas near St. Helena, the Bamboo in Valsayn, and in the South Oropouche area where moderately higher than normal flood potential exists at this time. Slightly higher than normal flood potential exists for areas such as Cunupia, Biche, Aranguez, Barakpo, Pinal de Bay, and the Las Lomas area, among others, where there is slightly higher than normal potential. Tobago has near normal flood risk, and so does at this time Marval and Diego Martin. But what I want to make the point here that it does not mean that areas not shown here are not at flood risk or don't have elevated flood potential. It simply means that based on the information available to us, the risk is not as high as those highlighted here. So, based on historical data and current conditions, slightly and moderately higher than normal flood potential means that the chance for high impact flood events and riverine flood events are much elevated, because normal flood potential for most of these areas are usually already high. Elevated potential worsens this. Increasing rainfall trends as the season progresses may increase the threat, so we ask you to continue and even increase your monitoring of the information from the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service. For those living in flood-prone areas, we ask that you prepare your homes, your yards, and your immediate vicinities, clean your drains, canals, acquire, if you can, a working water pump if possible. But importantly, the potential flood state could change based on future rainfall or when we get into the active rainfall events that will occur. And therefore, you need to pay particular attention at that time to the Met Office early flood alert color-coded product. In particular, pay attention to the risk matrix that we provide so that you can make appropriate decisions. Stay informed, stay up to date, visit our social media platform, download our mobile app. With that, I thank you.